Hello, everybody out there in movie land and all that great stuff. This is the final movie review for Black History Month. I was going to try to squeeze in a couple more, but quite frankly, I'm tired and I don't think I can stay up into the wee hours of the night to squeeze in another movie. All the other ones I mentioned, I'm so sorry I never got to them, but I really wanted to do the other ones, but it is what it is. So the final movie review for the lovely month of February, Black History Month, is going to be the 1985 classic Krush Groove, which is semi-autobiographical presentation of Russell Simmons' life, who started the label Def Jam in the 80s and brought out all those spectacular artists like Kurtis Blow, LL Cool J, the Beastie Boys, the Fat Boys, Sheila E., and a whole bunch of other rappers that I can't remember because I wasn't old enough. I only remember the ones from this movie because, well, number one, I saw the movie when I was a little kid, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and my older siblings, New Edition as well, and my older siblings used to have records and used to sing these songs when I was a little child, and I used to hear them on the radio, so that's why I remember them all so well. The person who takes the mantle of Russell Simmons in this movie is actually, who was a newcomer at the time, was Blair Underwood from L.A. Law, and he made an appearance on The Cosby Show. I think he made an appearance on The Cosby Show either around the time this movie came out or during the first season of The Cosby Show. But yeah, Blair Underwood, he's got a TV show now. I don't know, Iron Hand, Iron Hammer, something like that. I don't know if it's still on, whether it's canceled or what. There's too many TV shows now. But Blair Underwood, actual Rick Rubin, who was a part of Def Jam, actually plays a part in the film. Russell Simmons kind of has a minor role. He doesn't play, obviously he doesn't play himself because Blair Underwood does, but he has a minor role in the film. His real life brother, from Run DMC, they play their parts. The Fat Boys are in it. Sheila E., Kurtis Blow, LL Cool J, New Edition, and yes, this was before Johnny Gill. Bobby Brown is there on stage. It's such a fun movie to watch because this really is, the movie is kind of like, it has a threadbare plot, but it's really loosely, Russell Simmons is trying to get this label started with Rick Rubin, and they have all this artists, but they can't produce the money to produce the prints to sell to record shops so they can make more money for their label. At least that's my understanding of how it works. I don't know anything about the record industry. But of course, Russell is an underdog. His brother kind of feels that he's on an ego trip. His dad feels like he's a college dropout. He's a loser. They can't get a loan from a bank to get the label started, to get more prints for their artists. And then Russell has the bright idea of taking money from Richard, I think Richard Gant is the actor's name, and he played the kind of Don King role in Rocky V. We all remember him. He was in Jason Goes to Hell. He was in the Revenge of the Nerds television show pilot that I think never got picked up. Very, very talented black actor who's been in a bunch of stuff. Krush Groove, that's pretty much the semi-plot of Krush Groove. The whole movie is basically a platform to showcase all the artists of that time, which all those guys are in the movie. Like I said, LL Cool J, Sheila E., Kurtis Blow, Run DMC, the Fat Boys, the Beastie Boys. There might be somebody else I'm missing. I might be missing somebody else. Somebody who's older than me, who's in their 40s, might be able to correct me because you guys were teenagers at the time. But they all make an appearance. They all do songs that were singles at the time. It's such a fun movie to watch because it takes me, again, back to my childhood. I remember when my older siblings used to actually listen to records and they used to kind of break dance and you know, pretend to be Run DMC and LL and all that stuff, and listen to the Beastie Boys, and you can see the heavy influence of kind of the MTV era of musical montages in there. You know, the 80s was really serious for musical montages. You know, it was on the television series Miami Vice, which I am going to talk about later on. But, you know, musical montages that kind of abruptly come out of nowhere, and the musical montages kind of tell the story of what's going on in the movie. A lot of fun, a lot of really bad hairstyles, jerry curls, afro / mullets, a lot of colorful cinematography, very, very hard greens and reds and blues, and big tennis shoes, and a lot of high school kids breakdancing in hallways for no reason at all. Krush Groove is just such a fun movie. I think, namely, you know, you really don't care about the story. It's really about just seeing all these artists and kind of the hip hop R&B wave of the 80s of rap when it was coming up. You know what I mean? And you get to see all the pioneers coming. It's really funny to see LL Cool J, because LL is like so, you know, he's lean, pure muscle now. You know, but it's funny to see LL be this kind of skinny kid who kind of, my radio, you know, and doing all this stuff, and it's so great. And you know, LL Cool J has always been one of my favorite rappers, and I remember it's because of my older siblings. I remember when I heard I'm Bad, and when I'm going back to Cali, when I was a real little kid, I was like, I think 6 years old when I heard that song. And LL has always been my favorite rapper ever since then, of all time. That's really what was great about the movie. And another thing, what I like about it is how the rap and the R&B, it was, and although it was in the 80s, it was during a cynical time, because if I understand right, I was only a little kid. I was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. But I think this was during when crack was coming up, kind of back to my New Jack City movie review. So I think crack was kind of up and coming at that time. But what's interesting to me is how a lot of the rap is more fun. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, you know, you did have the dark kind of hip hop rap that was in there, you know, which would later be like NWA and all that kind of stuff, and Ghetto Boys and all that. But it's just interesting when you watch the film. It looks like folks are having fun. You see New Edition, and they got their cheesy, shiny suits, and you see Bobby with his jerry curl mullet, and they're dancing, and they're having fun. And it's really nice to just see the era of when it was just, we're having fun. It's not about, excuse my language for 1 minute, but nigga, I want to kill you and blow your head off in East Coast and West Coast. It just was nice to see that the music was fun, and you could see just people dancing in the club, and they were having a ball, you know. It really would be nice if you could see it come back to that era. But I think at this point, stuff has gotten so far out of control and off the rails that you could never touch that time again, where it was just so pure. But Krush Groove holds a special place in my heart. Also, you see, and forgive me, everybody out there who knows, I forget his name. How could I forget it? But oh, my man from Video Soul, Video Gold, Video Soul. I forget the host's name, but he makes an appearance in the film, and it's just a fun movie to watch, man. Watching kind of these old movies from the 80s is fun to watch. I really, guys, what I've been trying to do is find a copy of Disorderlies, the Fat Boys movie. I have always loved Disorderlies. I don't know if it's on DVD or not. Somebody could tell me in the comment section if it is. I've been trying to find it. I can't find it. Probably the only thing they got left is a VHS copy that I could buy on Amazon, probably for like $100. You know, but I remember my older brother did have it on VHS tape, and I used to watch it over and over again. You know, Krush Groove is a fun flick. It's really more about the old school outfits, the songs that my older siblings who are in their 40s, and then young kids like me who are in our 30s kind of remember from that time. It's just a fun film. Pay no attention to the plot. It's kind of just threadbare. This movie is just meant to be a platform to present all these artists that were up and coming at the time. So when I watch this movie, it makes me realize how much. And although I was a little kid, I can still remember a lot of the stuff from the 80s. I have a good memory like that. I can remember back as far as I think preschool. So preschool for me would probably be maybe 85, 86, maybe 86, 87. I think it was 85, 86. So I can remember back that far. You know, I have a really good memory. And again, you know, I really wish I would have been able to kind of review, you know, more of the great Black history films. You know, of course, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, and all that kind of stuff. Malcolm X, Mo Better Blues. I kind of skipped over a couple here and there. Maybe Passenger 57 for fun. Deep Cover I would have liked to review. Eddie Murphy Raw. Maybe one of the cop films, 48 Hours. The Five Heartbeats was one that I missed too. You know, School Days, Do the Right Thing, She's Gotta Have It. What's another one? Of course, the breakdancing films. Who could forget Breaking 1 and 2? I like both Breaking films, but I'm really more familiar with Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo, which I saw that film again a couple years ago. I think I saw it on YouTube, and I was actually quite shocked at how cheesy it was. You know, because I remember loving the musical montages in all those films, and those movies, all these movies from the 80s, they're just so much fun. Everything wasn't angry at this point. It was just everybody was having a good time. I kind of wish we could get back to that. But that's my review for Krush Groove. Not really too much to say. It's just a fun piece of cheesy nostalgia with mediocre acting and stars that were up and coming. Fun movie. What I really wanted to do was squeeze in Purple Rain tonight and put it up on my channel. But guys, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. So I'm not going to get to Purple Rain tonight because I got to get up and go to work tomorrow morning. So it ain't going to happen. But I did the best I could. We capped it off with Krush Groove, which I think is kind of a good ending. And there's a couple other flicks I probably could have got in there, but sue me, guys. So I'm not quite sure what my next movie review is going to be. I'm deciding right now. But hopefully once this gets on Facebook, my views will go up. So we'll see. And all right, last day of February, folks. My final Black History Month movie review. You folks have a nice evening, and I'm signing off and going to bed and going to the sweatshop tomorrow. Peace.